What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer Podcast. I'm RD, flying solo tonight. Happy Sunday to you. I just got done watching the most boring game of the week. A fourth quarter that took, it seemed like a decade passed. The last 5, 6, 8 minutes were the most annoying on earth. The Cowboys and Philly game. I don't even know what to do. I was sitting on the couch, this is the most annoying, boring. Everybody wants a flag. It's bad throws, bad play calling, everything else. Oh, I almost just went ahead and slammed. I almost just chugged one before I got in here. I was like, this is not, I could not believe it. I was just sitting there so annoyed. The group chat was blowing up as well. Oh, like the pain. I'll never get that time back. I'll never get it back. So anyways, I have an unmarked can. I don't know what this beer is. Now, I understand if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to this podcast, I understand that you can't see what I'm about to pour, but I'm going to try to describe it the best I can. I am trying to put it on NBC right now because we'll have Sunday night football in America or whatever, or football night in America. We got the Bills and the Bengals. I kind of thought I'd be on here earlier, to be honest with you, because of the simple fact that the game was flying by. But holy crap, that thing came to a stop. All right, let's go. All right, this can is about an inch from the top, so it's a pretty good chance it's not going to taste good. The smell is interesting, to say the least. All right, so we poured it. We gave it kind of a hard pour. Wizzy, we're drinking an unmarked can. This is from our pals over at Blue Bucket Brewing, Brew Fighters, Dumpweed Brewing. They're all the same guys. Taking a look at this and taking a whiff. I'm 90% sure that's a Mexican lager. That's what that is. So it's got a beautiful golden hue. Now there is some, we got some floaters in there, just kind of hanging out. But I do like it, like the cup. Hold on one second. I got a text. Every time I go live, there's a text message, right? Okay. All right. There we go. Just want to make sure. So, but welcome in. But yeah, no, having all the beer I have in my fridge, we're actually starting to run kind of low. And then I had a nice Imperial Stout from Three Nations in Carrollton, Texas, I was going to drink. However, the problem is this. It was from 2021. So now it kind of qualifies as our Clear the Fridge episodes. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to share that with Alan when we do our random beer reviews and things like that. And that's the issue, right? I'm running out of new beers. All the beers that I have now are getting kind of old. All the new stuff we kind of run through every week. We buy a couple beers here and there, and they're for actual beer reviews, like one-off beer reviews that we post on Facebook and YouTube. So anyhow, yeah, it's not bad, right? Look at that. Nice little golden color. Still got some, I tried to scrub my hands the best I could. I had to replace an alternator on an 82 Dodge about an hour or two ago. Fired right up like a champ, So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to go around the NFL, kind of like what we did last Sunday, but with less detail. We're going to kind of keep it kind of short. We'll talk about the Sunday night game and the Monday night game as well. Big shout out to anybody who stopped by the Mid-Cities Antique Mall parking lot sale and stuff like that. Lizzie and I were set up yesterday for about 8 or 9 hours. As you can tell, my neck, my back, my arms, I got sunburnt, pretty good. Snowman's in the house. What up? How are we doing? Cheers to you. So, yeah, appreciate anybody that stopped by for that. It was there's always interesting people that come by, and, Lizzie, she takes a lot of it. Old School's in the house. What up? I'm trying to get my camera set right where I'm in the middle of the shot. You know what I mean? What's going on, Old School? Cheers to you. Cheers to you, Snowman. Cheers to you, BS Wizzy as well. And but yeah, had a lot of fun. But people are interesting. They talk some people talk shit in different languages, and the problem is we understand those languages very well. So but I think the older generation don't understand. Like, even myself, I'm rather cheap. I'm a cheap ass. But, my wife makes shirts and cups and all this crazy. And everybody says, like, oh, I follow you on TikTok and shit like that. She's sitting there making all this custom crap and then be like, let's go. They're too expensive. But the younger, their kids, they're 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds. They're like, oh, this is how much, it costs more on Etsy. If I want a custom shirt, it's sitting right here. I somehow stumbled right across it. So I was like, yeah, but so big cheers. And, Lizzie hung in there like a champ. It was a beautiful day. And, we went to bed early last night, to be honest with you, but we got up and knocked out stuff, put up all of our Halloween crap. It's all out of the house. Now, some of it's in the garage, but I got to get it up in the attic. And she was trying to start, decorating for Christmas. I go, that ain't happening. Listen, lady, that ain't happening. Okay. Christmas don't begin until after Thanksgiving. I might even give you Thanksgiving night, like 6:00. It won't happen this year because we're going to be at the Cowboy game this year. So chances are when we get home, we ain't gonna be like putting up the tree or anything like that. We'll be happy to be home and we'll probably be going to sleep. So anyways, let me refresh these. I just want to make sure what we're looking at is up-to-date stuff. We're going to go through. What the hell was that? Oh, okay. Something made a weird sound. All right. So we're going to look at week 9. I got to refresh a couple things though. Let's see by weeks. Boom, boom, boom. All right. There's only 4 teams on bye this week. The Denver Broncos, the Detroit Lions, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go around the league and see what was out there. Now, I think it was in Germany, right? Or no, let's start Thursday. Thursday night. See, every time I click on something, it just goes bonkers. Thursday night, you got the Titans and the Steelers. Titans kind of hung around a little while. Steelers, eventually just closed the door. It was kind of a boring game, but Steelers won 20-16. Now, the international game today was the Dolphins and the Chiefs. The Chiefs put up 21 points, like in the first half. I'm pretty sure it was 14-0. It was 21-0 in the second, by the time the first half was over. They didn't put up any more points the rest of the game. The Dolphins just didn't play that great. And let's just say this. The Dolphins haven't beat a good team all season. Not one good team. And there's people on the, was it ESPN or whatever, talking to this guy was like, I'm tired of the narrative that the Dolphins can't beat a good team and blah, blah, blah. And all 3 of them jumped on like, well, they can't. They haven't yet. What's up, Melton? How we doing? Get a little cheers in there to you, buddy. Cheers, cheers. So the Dolphins they haven't beat anybody. They keep beating bad teams. They lose to good teams. They had a chance to get the Chiefs. Chiefs only put up 21 points. They did not score in the second half. You had a chance. What are you going to do? I picked the Chiefs anyways to win. Then the Vikings and the Falcons. This was actually a really good, fun game to watch. The kid went, so everybody knows Kirk Cousins is out. The kid came in, the rookie, to start. And I go, oh yeah, Falcons by $1 billion. I don't care. I don't care. He gets a concussion. In comes Dobbs. And Dobbs like, I'm here to get the starting role, baby. And he slung it around. I had the Falcons picked because I assumed that the kid was going to play the entire game and not get bonked out in the first quarter. And this is what happened, man. Vikings come back 31-28. Get that dub. I think they're 5-4 now. We'll go over the stats for the NFC and the AFC. Let me refresh. I say that a lot, right? Let me refresh this. I'm refreshing. Refreshed. And then you got the Saints going down to New Orleans to take on you got the Bears going down to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Not a bad little game to watch. Bagent looked pretty good. Carr looked good as well. 24-17. Fun little game. Nothing too boggy. I was watching on the red zone. I didn't watch the entire, every second of the game. But there you go. I picked the Saints to win. They won. Congratulations. Next up, Rams going to Green Bay. Listen, I assume now, from what I heard last week when the Cowboys beat the Rams, they were already re-solidifying their Super Bowl run because they beat the Rams. I assume the Packers are going to be meeting the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game because they beat the Rams too. 20-3. Does anybody care? No. Neither one of these teams are doing anything. The Rams are rebuilding. The Packers still got to find their way. Nothing. And it was kind of a boring game to watch. A lot of sloppy play. Then the Commanders, Washington, went over to New England, take on the Patriots. I was listening to some of these idiots on ESPN. And these ding-dongs got me to change my picks on 2 games. 2 games. They affected me. One of them was this game. I had the Commanders picked. Fun little game to watch. They had like the two of the most boring games were on the early slate for NFL, Fox and CBS. It was it was the Commanders and Patriots, and then the Bucks and the Texans, which is crazy enough because they put up like almost 80 points on the Bucks and Texan game. We'll talk about that in a second. So the Commanders win 20-17, and a kind of a meh game. It was okay, nothing great. Mac Jones just looks bad. He does look bad. Neither one of these teams are going anywhere or going to do anything this year. Not even a chance. Not a chance in hell, right? But it screwed me out of that pick. Then you got the Ravens hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Seattle Seahawks, everybody just pumping up, Geno and pumping up the Seahawks. No. They might be good against terrible teams and like other NFC teams. They're not good against good AFC teams, right? 37-3. 37-3. The Ravens beat the shit out of the Seahawks. Like, I feel bad for them at this point. I'm like, oh boy. And if you're a Seahawks fan, you're like, oh my God, what are we doing? What's going to happen? Where are we going? Nowhere. That's where. You're not going anywhere. And then, as I mentioned, the Bucks head down to Houston, take on the Texans, and a shootout, 39-37. Texans that was a fun game to watch. It really was. And this is where, no, this ain't the other game I got talked out of. No, not that one. It's the Giants and the Raiders. That's how I got talked out of. I picked the Texans. They came back. It was a lot of back and forth. And to be honest with you, we're okay with CJ Stroud, right? 5 touchdowns, 470 yards. I'm just checking. You know what I mean? Because he's doing pretty damn good. Like pretty good. Then you got will the Texans or Buccaneers go anywhere? I don't know. They're both in bad divisions. Possibly, right? Next up, the Browns hosted the Cardinals. The Cardinals just got rid of Dobbs, and now he's starting and winning games up there in Minnesota. The Cardinals, I don't know if there's a more team in disarray, but I think there is. I think the Cardinals could be the second to worst team in the league. And you're not going to be shocked who I think the worst is. Browns steamroll the Cardinals, just beat the hell out of them. Next up, you got the Colts versus the Panthers. Colts hang 27 on the Carolina. Carolina just sucks. They are bad, but they are building. They have their rookie quarterback. They're heading towards something, right? They're getting there, but it's not going to be this year or next, I don't think. And here it is. I got talked out of this game. This is the second game I got talked out of. The Giants head to Las Vegas. Now, I should have just stopped what I was doing because I had the Raiders as a winner here. I was like, they fired their coaches, coordinators, all this. They fired all kinds of people. GM, people losing their jobs like crazy over there. I go, Raiders probably going to bounce back here. I think they're going to hit it kind of hard. And they're playing the Giants. They're at home. The Giants suck. I listened to one of these knobs spouting off about I don't know what he was saying. It was disgusting. And you're just sitting there going, oh my God, all right, fine. You know what? Yeah, Daniel Jones is back. He looked like shit, like absolute garbage. He was hurt. It hurt his knee again, and he's wobbling all over the place. I feel bad for the Giants. To me, the Giants are the most disarray team. There's 3 teams that absolutely suck. Absolutely suck. It's the Giants, the Cardinals, and the frickin' Rams. They are terrible. Terrible. And then finally, this game ended, as I was complaining about earlier, the Cowboys and the Eagles. Cowboys go up to Philly. First couple quarters were fine. That last quarter sucked so bad. And you had to question whether this is the problem when you start trying to run the clock out and instead of keeping your foot on the gas. Keep your foot on the gas. Keep motoring. Keep going. Because you let the Cowboys get back into this game. You had a healthy lead. Controlling pretty much both sides of the ball. Oh, boy. This game was a hell of a lot closer. And to be honest with you, Cowboys had every chance in the world to win it. They just didn't. There was a pass that was, talking like 6 inches short. I can't remember who it was that caught it. One of those spare tight ends. He caught the ball, and just as he's falling, the goal line's right here, the ball's right here, and his knee's down. Didn't make it. It was on the 4th and something. Kick a field goal, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, and then they score another touchdown. Dak's like, okay, we're going for 2. Fine. And he rolls out And he pulled a real nasty like Zeke Elliott. It gave off Zeke vibes. Like he doesn't know where the damn out of bounds line is. So that gets called back. I mean, and I'll be honest, towards the end, the last drive of the game, I don't know if y'all were watching this. The last drive of the game was insane. Hey, Lizzie, how are you? Hi. The last drive of the game, it was like 80 yards of penalties. Hell, maybe 90 to get the Cowboys all the way down on like the 5 or 10 yard line. Then they false start. They got to come back. Oh, I think that was one of the toughest games to watch. There was a Thursday night game that was extremely excruciating. That's the reason we had to watch it. And this one, like, this is the last one on for the day. And you're just sitting there like, Jesus Christ, is it ever going to end? Like, you're looking around and you're just like, I just want it to end. I can't take it anymore. So there you go. Up next tonight, you got the Bills and the Bengals. Bills traveling to Cincinnati, the jungle in Cincinnati. Bengals are favorites here. I have the Bengals picked. I'm terrified because the Bills can play good football from time to time, depending if they want to. I don't know. And then not really saying it's a snoozer for Monday night. The Chargers in New Jersey against the Jets. I say New Jersey because they don't play in New York. It's like saying if you were like the San Diego Chargers or where the LA Chargers, but you play in Oregon. You know what I mean? Doesn't make any sense. So, but if I had to make my pick, I got the Bengals picked. I guess I'll stick with it. I don't know. I'm about to go suffer for 3 more hours watching that freaking game. But obviously, I want to give the Chargers the nod. But every time I pick the Chargers, they just hurt my feelings. Like, why is that team not winning more games? They have a good defense. Is it like all these guys that got paid are just sucking right now? Lamar's looking all right, though. He running around, making things happen. Burrow's finally not hurt, which is a great thing. But, man, Justin Herbert just don't look good. He doesn't look good. And the Jets defense is so damn good. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I might change my pick. So if it comes down to it, I don't know. I might go back and forth. And we'll see see how it works out tomorrow. So let's get a look at the AFC standings, the American Football Conference. The Dolphins have a, 1-game lead in the AFC East. You got the Dolphins, Bills, Jets, and Patriots. Dolphins 6-3, Bills are 5-3, Jets are 4-3. That's a winning record. Look at that. Patriots are in the cellar 2-7. Like I said, Dolphins can't beat a good team. I expect them to continually kind of start dropping off. But I mean, they're 4-0 at home, 2-3 on the road, right? The Bills 5-3, they're 4-1 at home, 1-2 away. That's the reason I kind of think they're going to mess up just a little bit tonight. But the Jets have a chance. I don't know, outside chance if you want to call it that. AFC West still just sucks. I mean, it is not the worst division, but it's one of them. The Chiefs are in it. They're 7-2. Raiders are 4-5. Chargers 3-4. Broncos 3-5. I mean, every week I think the Raiders, Chargers, and Broncos their chances are diminishing. Excuse me. But if Chargers get a win against the Jets, they can turn the ship around. AFC North: Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. Ravens 7-2, Steelers 5-3, Browns 5-3, Bengals 4-3. All above 500. I think that is the toughest division at this moment. At least for the AFC, if you want to think of it that way. All these teams are, I'm not saying powerhouses. The Steelers somehow eking out wins. They're not a good team. Like, how the hell are they winning? But, hey, just keep winning, I guess, if you want to win the division. I mean, they're 2 games back on the Ravens. How crazy is that? AFC South, the Jags got a firm hold on this, 6-2. Texans are looking pretty good. 4-5, or 4-4, excuse me. The Colts are 4-5. The Titans are 3-5. I mean, it's all over for the Titans if I had to guess. Colts, I don't know. Jags, like I said, just got a steady hold on it. Flipping over to the NFC, the National Football Conference. We're going T to B, baby. NFC East: Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and Giants. Eagles are 8-1 now. Cowboys are 5-3. The Commanders are 4-5. Giants, I mean, their season's over. It doesn't matter. They're 2-7. The Commanders are 1 game back on the Cowboys. Cowboys going to F around and lose second place in this division. It's going to be bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. The Eagles try to lose almost every single game. They really do. They try to lose almost every single game. It's absolutely insane. NFC West. I mean, I used to think like the Niners were just awesome. They're 5-3. Seahawks are 5-3. Rams 3-6. Cardinals 1-8. Cardinals, the season's over. Rams are not doing anything. It's going to come down to the Seahawks and the 49ers. 49ers made some moves. Their defense is going to be freaking amazing in the second half of the season. Just hopefully Purdy can play. and live up to the hype. You know what I mean? It's not like hype when he was drafted. It's hype from like last year or just being a steady hand on the wheel, right? He's got the weapons. Hopefully Debo will be back as well. When they have all their players healthy, they are a dangerous effing team. Then the NFC North, another soft division, relatively speaking. The Lions, Vikings, Packers, and Bears. Lions 6-2, Vikings 5-4, Packers 3-5, and the Bears 2-7. I expected more of the Bears this year, but I mean, with Fields getting hurt and it just gone downhill. Packers look like they could make some moves, but I doubt they will. I just don't see them. Like, what are they going to do? You know, I mean, I like watching the Packers too. I love watching a game at Lambeau, snowing and everything. Vikings, they lost Kirk Cousins, but hell, if Dobbs is willing to put up some numbers, holy hell, right? And of course, the Lions are 6-2. There you go. NFC South. The NFC South is challenging the AFC. Excuse me, the AFC South for the worst record, the worst conference, but I think they're going to win. NFC South, you got the Saints, Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers. The Saints are 5-4, Falcons 4-5, Bucks 3-5, Panthers 1-7. Just absolutely horrendous. Whoever wins this division, it really doesn't matter. You're not going anywhere. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not taking the next step. You're not going to make it to like the NFC Championship game. If you get in, I mean, obviously whoever wins the division will get in, but it's, oh, buddy, you're going to be rolling up against the Niners, the Seahawks, the Cowboys. If the Cowboys make it, hell, they got a chance at beating one of these bad teams. You know, they get matched up against the Saints or the Falcons. Well, like, right? They got to win one. But for me, NFC powerhouses right now are the Eagles. I still believe in the Niners. I really do, even though they lost 3 in a row and then went into the bye week. I think the Lions are a good team, but I don't know. I think they just play a bunch of bad teams. You know what I mean? It's like watching the Dolphins. The Dolphins are like, they're actually, the Dolphins are the best team to watch. They're the most fun to watch, but they just can't win when it matters. They can't beat good teams. So out of this, you know, I'd give me the Eagles or Niners to win the NFC Championship and to make it to the Super Bowl. That's my pick for that as of this is end of week 9 or almost the end of week 9. AFC East or the AFC. I mean, as much as I don't want to say the Ravens, but it looks like Lamar's got it together. Ravens are the chefs. But if you're the Chiefs, you better have 2 things. You better have Kelsey and Taylor Swift on, right there. Because if you don't have those 2, if you don't have Kelsey, you're not winning. I mean, that's just obvious, right? They cannot win without Kelsey. So, but yeah, the Ravens look solid. I don't see anybody else really being a threat. I'm not going to say the Bengals. I love the Bengals, but I don't know. Burrow not being hurt. If he proves it tonight, I'll start to kind of slide back over that way. But yeah, just can't do it. Just can't do it. Let's have another couple sips of this. But Fantasyville, I mean, you don't want to talk about a crazy. If we got Swift, we would win another Super Bowl. I mean, Swift's not like a, I don't know, generational talent, if you want to say that. I mean, you got like good running backs. They just can't do anything behind that line, right? Like they got the opportunity. You got good players, but I don't think Swift's doing anything. When he went to Philly, everybody's like kind of writing him off, and he's like, oh, okay, but he performed. He's not like just mowing people down, though. You know what I mean? And he knocked himself out in this game. I don't know if you was watching. He like ran straight in. I think it was AJ Brown. Oh boy, AJ Brown's a big man. He's a big, big man. Taylor Swift. Oh. Oh my God. Yeah. Old school is declaring if Taylor Swift stays in attendance all the way and through the seasons, through the playoffs, and in the Super Bowl, he goes that Super Bowl. Just go ahead and plan the parade route, baby, because it's coming. I like that. I like that a lot, buddy. I like that a lot. Damn Taylor Swift. I was like, DeAndre Swift. That's the first thing I thought of. He goes, no. Taylor Swift. And all her Swifties. Somebody was doing there was a clip on Twitter or something, and like toys. What the hell's the toy movie? It's not called Toys. What the hell's the name of the movie? Oh my God, I saw it in the theaters like 1,000,000 times. Holy shit, I totally forgot. I really forgot. Oh, it's not Danny DeVito. Shut up. What's the name of that movie that's a Pixar movie? The toys. Lindsay's not talking to me now. She's just yelling, Toy Story. God dang it. Toy Story. And with a pig, he's sitting there flipping the channels real fast. Back in the day, kids, when we were channel surfing, we had the up and down button or whatever. Yeah, Toy Story. I know. God, dog. Old school. You hung me out to dry, and I was just dangling in the wind for dear life. And so back in the day, kids, we had to click. So, but if you're going fast, which we used to click fast because it was all hardwired in, it wasn't like it had to load or any of this shit. So we're clicking as fast as we can. If you missed the channel you were going for, or you missed something that you were like, oh shit, I want to watch that, you got to hey, we got to go around the horn, which you got to go all the way through those channels and all the way back. And you're like, click, 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 click. And so that's what it said the Swifties this morning looking for Taylor Swift in the Chiefs game. And it was him going, he goes, oh, I'm already too far gone. I got to come back around the horn. Oh my God. Preview for tonight. Let's see. We're getting some predictions right now from the nut jobs from NBC. Jack is saying 27-20 Bengals. Tony, the legendary Tony Dungy, 30-21 Bengals. Rodney's going 28-24 Bengals. Florio's about to pick. I think if we get a clean sweep here, Bengals are not winning. So it'll be safe to put money on the how about them Chiefs? What's up, Billy Joe? How we doing? And Florio went 28-24 Bings. Matthew went 24-23 Bings. So now they're picking up. Sims just said 28-20 Bengals. This is the time you can put money. Go ahead and put the farm on the Bills tonight. I'm gonna put a couple bucks on them. Maria 31-28. Devin's talking out 24-20 Bengals. The robot Jason Garrett is about to tell you about the 3 phases on how the Bengals are going to win. But you know what? He's got a stupid smile on his face. He went Bills. This lady's hands that are on NBC, it's the only thing I see out of her. She's like 8 foot tall, and her hands are bigger than my goddamn feet. Like, they're huge. Huge. Anyways. So there you go. I'm picking the Bengals still, but I think I'm going to go put money on the Bills just so I can, if I lose, I still win. If I win, I still lose type thing. And then tomorrow, like I said, I think the Chargers are going to win, but the Jets defense is legit. The Chargers look sus. It is what it is. Billy Joe, since you're in here, I meant to tell you, old school already made the prediction that if Taylor Swift shows up to the rest of the games, the playoff games and the Super Bowl, y'all get another Super Bowl. Yeah, he went Bills, the only one. Yeah, and he's a lunatic too. He's like I think he's a robot, so he must know something. He probably ran like 8 million different scenarios in his head, and it crapped out like 67.4% of the time the Buffalo Bills will win this game. So I'm going to say the Buffalo Bills. This beer's old. Again, I think it's a homebrew. I swear, I think it's the Mexican lager, the Adios Mofo by Brew Fighters, local brewery out of Louisville and Fort Worth, Texas. Not bad. Not bad. All right. I'm going to go watch the Bengals game. I'll post this up on the, drop the audio here tonight. So if you're listening to this, thank you so much. But if you want to catch the live stream, you want to see the live show, you want to see my beautiful gray haired, sunburnt half face, check out the live stream. It's on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Twitch. Why should the number 288 never be mentioned? It's too gross. I would rather see a tight end show up. Good luck, Bengals. I hope they do good. Houday, you guys have a great night. Let's go Rangers. We didn't even get to talk about that. We'll talk about it maybe tomorrow night, if not Wednesday. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Join the live stream. Me and Alan will be hanging out, having some beers, talking mad crap. Love y'all. Oh, Patreon subscribers, I just dropped a video, 10 a.m. Monday. You're going to hear this later, but 10 a.m. tomorrow it drops. We'll see you. Love you.